If you are a person who remembers the attacks on 9/11, I need you to stick around and listen to this video. I was in high school biology class and it went over the announcement. The principal said that all the teachers need to make sure to turn off the televisions, and my biology teacher was like, absolutely not. This is history. She even put construction paper up on the window so they couldn't see in because she was letting us watch. I remember being young and oblivious, like, why? Why would they do that? And I was always met with that they were jealous of our freedom and our religion. That was coming from teachers and news stations, and again, I'm a teenager, so I'm like, of course, they're all telling the truth. Because of that, I would instantly fear people who lived in the Middle East because they labeled all of them as terrorists. Now let's fast forward to present time. October 7th happens, and again, being an American public school, we're not taught any of those things. So I see on television what happens, and again, I ask myself, why? Why would they do this? But do you want to know the difference between 9/11 and now? Is now I'm a whole ass adult and I can educate myself. I don't just take people's words for shit. Again, not being very educated on all of it, I went into this very unbiased. I didn't know who was right, who was wrong, anything, but I decided that I wanted to learn. Once I started to read and listen and educate myself, it was very clear who was in the wrong. But just like back then, they're jealous of our freedom, our religion, they're all terrorists, and that is not true. I remember being a teenager and having people tell me that over in the Middle East that they raised their children hating all of us and want all of us to die because of our freedom and religion. That is not true. It's because America wants to control everything. Let me ask you all this. What if a country had been dropping bombs on our country for years and years and years? Would you think that it would be us that's teaching children like, oh, we need to hate, we need to kill them? Or do you think it's the fact that these governments are coming and dropping bombs on our families that builds that hate against the other people? If another country was coming and bombing me and my family, I would want them all to die too. I think we can all agree on that, right? But for some reason, people in the Middle East, they're wrong. They're wrong for thinking that. They're not. You people need to stop just being headline readers. You need to actually educate yourself, okay? 9/11 didn't happen because of our freedom and religion. Do you remember bin Laden's letter to America after the 9/11 attacks happened? I'm not saying he was a good guy, but I'm saying I get it. I don't know about you, but if me and mine are backed into a corner, you better fucking believe I'm gonna do anything in my power to get us out. And I'm pretty sure the rest of you would too. Our government is full of shit. You have people in our country that cannot afford health care, but all of a sudden we have money to send billions and billions of dollars in bombs to Israel. Get out of here. None of you should be okay with that. And if you are okay with that, that's because, again, you are a headline reader. You don't know the whole story. You don't know the past of things. You just like to go and take people's word for it. Well, we're adults now. Go start educating yourselves because the shit that they are spoon feeding all of us is just that. It is shit.